Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the College of New Rochelle, Judith Huntington.
Thank you, and please be seated. Such a relief. It is a privilege and an honor to serve as the 13th president of the College of New Rochelle and to be the first to offer personal congratulations to the class of 2014. Congratulations. Over 900 graduates constitute the class of 2014. I welcome you and your family and all of those who have given you loving support and who have walked with you to this day. We are proud for all that you have accomplished, and we are impressed with your unwavering commitment to education and all that you put forth and all that you set aside to earn your degree. I welcome with pride the chair of the Board of Trustees, Ms. Elizabeth Bell Lavaca, a woman of remarkable generosity, extraordinary leadership, and wisdom. Elizabeth carries the torch of service to the college, passed on to her by her mother, Mary Fisher Bell, class of 1934. Would all the Board of Trustee members please stand to be recognized? I'm especially delighted to welcome home the 12th president and honorary degree recipient of the College of New Rochelle, Dr. Stephen Sweeney. Welcome home, Steve. Previous recipients of an honorary degree from the college also honor us with their presence. Please welcome Sister Loretta Teresa Richards of the Handmaids of Mary, Brother Tyrone Davis, trustee and director of the Office of Black Ministry for the Archdiocese of New York, and Carla Harris, Vice Chairman, Wealth Management Senior Client Advisor, Managing Director of Morgan Stanley. I welcome the college's vice presidents who work tirelessly to advance our mission. In particular, I extend my deep appreciation to Dr. Joan Bailey and Dr. Ellen Curry D'Amato for their steadfast commitment to our mission, both of whom retired this year after decades of extraordinary service. Thank you, Joan and Ellen. With gratitude for their efforts on behalf of these graduates, I welcome the college's faculty, instructional staff, and professional staff. Please stand to be recognized. Thank you. And finally, I'm grateful to Lori and Ralph Castaldo and the army of staff that organized and planned this spectacular event. Thank you. For 110 years, the College of New Rochelle has been an innovative, dynamic, contemporary, and values-based institution that has nurtured the personal and intellectual advancement of more than 50,000 women and men. For our students, the educational journey has been transformative experience. For our society, C&R graduates have brought about transformative change and impact. To fully appreciate the impact of this great legacy, this is what it means to be a graduate of the College of New Rochelle and what makes me so incredibly proud. First and foremost, our graduates adapt to changing circumstances. We live in unprecedented times where standing still is not an option, where globalization and rapid changes in technology impose on how we interact, communicate, and learn. Thus, we embrace lifelong learning, which inspires our motto, Wisdom for Life. C&R's liberal education prepares our students to think critically, write and communicate effectively, and analyze and synthesize data in new and meaningful ways. Our graduates are not only prepared for their first career, but for a lifetime of endless opportunities. Our students are educated through an ethical lens that focuses on moral conviction and the refusal to ignore social injustices. We expect that a C&R education will attune students to global concerns, to the dignity of people, the value of integrity, and the promotion of the common good. And finally, central to our mission is the Ursuline tradition of serviam, Latin for I will serve. Our graduates will have impactful lives, understanding the obligation and responsibility of sharing their gifts and talents and resources with others. I have two quotes that I'd like to share with you that I believe capture the values of impact and service, so central to our mission, that are present here today in our graduates and in our honorary degree recipients. Brooklyn Dodgers' Jackie Robinson once said, "A life is not important except in the impact it has on others." Jackie Robinson's character and unquestionable talent certainly had enormous cultural impact as he bravely challenged the traditional bias of segregation, provided much-needed momentum to the civil rights movement. And the second quote is a quote from St. Angela Merici, who reminds us to reflect in the reality that you have a greater need to serve others than they have to be served. St. Angela confidently led a group of young women who rose up to respond to the societal challenges of their day. Her innovative approach to education, concern for social justice, and commitment to service are hallmarks of the Ursuline charism, and more than 500 years later continue to compel the mission of the College of New Rochelle. Her work was strengthened by two things: faith in God and the relationships with one another. And so as we celebrate this 107th commencement, we are so pleased to hold up two very special individuals to be honored along with our graduates, Sister Alice Gallen and Mariana Rivera. They share deeply in the values of the College of New Rochelle and provide authentic models of impactful lives, demonstrating great love and service rooted in faith and shared generously. Please welcome Sister Alice Gallen. It took many years of frustration before St. Angela's radical ideas of education for all women were accepted. Driven by devotion to Christ, a commitment to education, and serving the poor, she invented new and innovative ways to teach those who had little money and no power. Drawing from that inspiration, the Ursulines became the first teaching order of women. Sister Alice Gallen is a model daughter of St. Angela. As a distinguished scholar and leader in higher education, her life is a testament to the Ursuline motto of Serviam. No one knows more about American Catholic higher education than Alice Gallen. Her research, teaching, leadership, and notable contributions to American Catholic higher education has earned her 21 honorary degrees from colleges and universities across the nation. She has served as trustee of 4 institutions, interim president of St. Bonaventure University, the recipient of many honors, including the prestigious Hesburgh Award, and has published books and articles that will be a vital source of information for generations to come. During World War II, she became a research analyst for the Military Intelligence Service in Washington, D.C., and after her service to the government ended, she entered into religious life and returned to the College of New Rochelle as a well-respected faculty member. Sister Alice was instrumental in reassessing college policies and practices during turbulent years in higher education. Her expertise and intellect was soon sought by other religious and academic organizations, and her worldwide influence on higher education began. She worked to integrate the principles of social justice into Catholic higher education and articulate the distinct perspective and practices of U.S. Catholic higher education in response to Ex Corde Ecclesiae, which sets forth essential elements required for a college or university to be Catholic. In her widely acclaimed book, Negotiating Identity, she documented the ongoing struggles and creative processes of American Catholic higher education in an increasingly secular society. As Blanche Blank, the former president of Hunter College, said, "Alice Gallon is one of the brightest stars in the world of higher education. It is my pleasure to welcome Sister Alice Gallon." Mariano Rivera. It is my pleasure to welcome Mariano Rivera. As most of you know, Mariano Rivera, Yankee superstar, World Series champion, and future Hall of Famer, shared something that no one will ever share again with Jackie Robinson, the number 42. Mariano wore 42 for his entire career, and he will be the last man in baseball to wear it, as it was officially retired by Major League Baseball in honor of Jackie Robinson. Mariano Rivera not only shares the same jersey number of Jackie Robinson, but also carries the torch of service to others. His life is impactful, and his life as a Yankee is just a small part of it. Mariano is an extraordinary model of faith, humility, and generosity. Known as the greatest closer in baseball, he is equally respected for his charitable work. Mariano was born in Panama, where as a child he played baseball with found objects, such as cardboard milk cartons for gloves, tree limbs and broom handles for bats, and bundled fishing nets for balls. After working on a commercial fishing boat captained by his father, Mariano joined a local amateur baseball team, and by the age of 20, signed with the Yankees for $2,000. In 1995, he debuted in the Major League as a starting pitcher and changed to a relief pitcher late in his rookie year. He consistently excelled in the position, becoming known as one of baseball's top relievers. Mariano's cutter or signature fastball pitch has made him a 10-time All-Star and 5-time World Series champion. He holds 10 regular season and 15 postseason pitching records and holds several postseason records, including lowest ERAs and most saves. He has deservedly been described as a baseball legend, comparable to baseball figures like Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, and Mickey Mantle. In recognition of his athletic achievements and philanthropy, Mariano received the Distinguished Robbie Humanitarian Award from the Jackie Robinson Foundation. A person with a profound devotion to Christ, Mariano, along with his wife Clara, is dedicated to humanitarian causes. Together, they founded the Mariano Rivera Foundation with a mission to share with the community a portion of the blessings which God has bestowed on them and their family. The foundation provides health, vocational, and educational programs to underprivileged families in several countries, including Panama and the United States. Recently, Mariano and Clara renovated an abandoned church in New Rochelle and opened Refugee of Hope, where Clara serves as pastor. In his New York Times best-selling book, The Closer, Mariano reflects about his courtship with Clara. I love this quote. "You can call it coincidence if you like, a random spin of the universe's roulette wheel, but I believe the Lord has a plan for us, and this is the start of it." His deep faith, coupled with a sense of inner peace and balance, is considered by many of his former teammates to be his best asset as a pitcher and an essential element of his success. Mariano Rivera attributes all of his achievements and career as being part of God's plan for him. And the very last line of his book reads, "I can do all things through him who strengthens me." It is my pleasure to welcome Mariano Rivera.